All right, this wine got me excited. This wine got me really excited because this was the first wine I tasted from the 2020 Brunello vintage. And you know, the vintage is an interesting one. There's a capacity to make great wines. There's a capacity to make okay wines. There were some climactic roller coasters that Montalcino endured, but mostly the weather stayed on the warm side, and the capacity to make something really thrilling was there. But it was going to be a mixed bag, right? Not 19, not 21. Okay, I get that. But the caveat was the best 20s are going to be wonderful, delicious, engaging, spirited, delightful Brunello di Montalcino wines that you must have in your cellar. I was like, okay, great. great. Let's do it. So Romitorio came in, and we tasted the 20 Romitorio. It was the first 20 we tasted. And I remember, you know, tasting the wine, and I was like, holy crap. Are all the 20s going to be like this? Because this wine is straight friggin' nectar. It is beautiful wine. And I was like, wow, are they all going to be this way? Right? I got totally fired up. And I'm like, man, there's a chance to do some really great business in 2020. So, you know, we've been back for a week from Wine Paris. Well, at Wine Paris, there's a ton of Italian wine as well. So one of the things that we did when we were there is we tasted also the Consorzio di Brunello di Montalcino, which is an opportunity to literally walk into a room and you have like 60 Brunellos in front of you. And you start going, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and you start tasting through the whole range. So Tris and I, in the span of about 90 minutes, we tasted 50 to 60 Brunellos from the 2020 vintage, including this wine again. And okay, so our favorite wine from those 60 wines that we tasted, right, was this one again. So it was a bit like, womp womp, right? Because I was hoping there'd be 20 other wines like this one. So I could be like, damn, you guys, there's like a couple dozen 20 Brunellos that you absolutely need that are must-haves. And in the end, it was like, no, I think we might have tasted the top Brunello Classico of the vintage in 2020 with the very first wine we tasted. How friggin' weird is that? That is atypical, but it's reality. So, you know, but the thing is, we shouldn't be surprised. Romitorio has been killing it of late. Their 19s were superb. Their 18s were some of the top wines of the vintage. Filippo Chia, taking over for his father Sandro, has turned it up another notch. The vineyards are even more top notch. Everything has changed here. Well, I'm not going to say changed, has just kind of modified slightly to make even better, more consistent wine, right? They're always pretty good at their game, but Filippo's taken it another level, and now I think Romitorio's probably in the top half dozen producers in Montalcino, which is saying a lot. Think about all the greats. Think about Maronetto and Biondisanti and Cervaiona and Ciacci Piccolomini and all these guys. And I think Romitorio is in that upper tier, that A+ tier of Montalcino producers. And the wines are still relative bargains considering the quality. So, as we all know, Brunello di Montalcino, Brunello. It is the Sangiovese Grosso clone of Sangiovese, called Brunello locally because of the brownish hue to its skin. It's a larger berry with lots of phenols in the skin, so it makes for a potentially long-lived wine. So Brunello di Montalcino is always good for the cellar. The wines are traditionally, for the most part nowadays especially, aged in larger barrels, larger oak barrels, usually Slavonian oak, sometimes French oak. The key here is the texture. These 2020s have this appealing, round, warm, sunny texture. Tannins are almost velvety. Now, the ones that fail, they picked at the wrong time. The tannins can be a bit stickier and a bit more drying on the palate. But the guys that did it right, you get these classic cherry, balsamic, spicy, good energy. and elegant, slinky tannins. You can, I did drink this now, actually. I was gonna say, you can almost drink this now, but that kind of it just happened. So you can drink the heck out of this now. So pleasing. But this is Romitorio style now. These wines aren't forcefully tannic. They're not aggressive. They're not modern. They're not overdone. They're beautiful, on point. What a wine. Gorgeous. We just lucked into this one. Also 96 points from Monica Larner at the Wine Advocate, robertparker.com. She called it probably the one Village Brunello in 2020 that you need to buy. That's kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. And you know what? She's not wrong. She's not wrong. This is a stellar, stellar offering and the poster child for Classico Brunello di Montalcino wines from the 2020 vintage. Absolutely ripping wine, 60 bucks. That's not that crazy. That's a really good price nowadays for Brunello at this level of quality. So many of these wines are pushing towards 100 bucks. Man, Filippo was on fire. Love these wines now. Great job. Tasted 60, 70 wines at this level. Have not tasted any better than this one. One of the must-buys of the delicious, potentially delicious 2020 vintage. Amazing wine. Kudos, Filippo.